more to this public dust-up. I want to talk about this now with Van Jones, CNN political contributor, Angela Rye, CNN political commentator, who is the former executive director of the Congressional Black Caucus, and political commentator, I thought it was Larry King. It's Bob Becko, who looks like he has raided Larry King's closet tonight.
You have no idea.
Good. Hello to all of you. So Bill Clinton has had an interesting 24 hours. So let's look at yesterday's rally in Philadelphia when he and Black Lives Matter protesters faced off over his wife's use of the word super predator and the effects of the 1994 crime bill.
I don't know how you would characterize the gang leaders who got 13-year-old kids hopped up on crack and sent them out onto the street to murder other African-American children. Maybe you thought they were good citizens. She didn't. She didn't. You are defending the people who kill the lives you say matter.
But here he is today.
I like and believe in protest. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't, because I engaged in some when I was a kid. But I never thought I should drown anybody else out. And I confess, maybe it's just a sign of old age, but it bothers me now when that happens. So I did something yesterday in Philadelphia I almost want to apologize for, but I want to use it as an example of the danger threatening our country. We all have different experiences. We cannot learn anything unless we listen. And we are all, just as I was yesterday, vulnerable to getting to some point where somebody says something, I don't want to listen to this anymore.
Mr. Van Jones, did he get a talking to?
Well, he definitely got a talking to. Basically everybody that I know either got to him or tried to get to him or was online. But let me just say this. First of all, that was I don't want to go back to the bad old days of the Clinton. That was a triangulated apology. We had triangulation all through the 90s. You can't just give a straight apology. We're triangulating on apologies. They're not even in the White House yet. I was the guy, Don, and you know I was the guy when they said they're going to bring Bill Clinton back. I said, let the big dog bark. I can't wait. I love this guy. I want to hear from him. He's great. They said he's going to make mistakes. I said, I don't care. I take it back. Put the big dog in the doghouse. That was horrible. It wasn't just the tone of what he said. The content of what he said. That super predator tag was a racial dog whistle that did untold damage. He's got to know that. He's not a dummy.
So you think it's more than off message? He didn't pick this fight intentionally, right?
Hey, listen, I don't know if it was intentional, not intentional. It was stupid. It was wrong. It was mean-spirited. And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want Black Lives Matter to go to war with the DNC or to go to war with the Clintons over this. There's no excuse in the world for Bill Clinton to be yelling at those young people and defending the indefensible. He's wrong. The dog needs to go to the doghouse.
Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Van, I'm amazed you saying this. I mean, what he said, and this was a little bit of the Sister Soldier moment. You remember when he did that? And
Which
then he
is
made
also
a terrible.
despicable.
Yeah, he also made a terrible mistake in South Carolina when he said, "Well, Jesse won this state too." But
that's right.
When he says that these predators who go out there and build these
let him finish, Van. Van, let him finish.
Wait a second. I'm a recovering drug addict. I've seen it. I've seen what happens. And these guys are they are preying on little kids, and you know it, and I know it.
Okay, but who are these guys? I think we need to start being really careful with the terms that we use. Number one, the first mistake that Bill Clinton made yesterday was he doesn't understand what the Philadelphia Coalition for Real Justice stands for. This is a Black Lives Matter chapter, basically, in Philadelphia. He has no idea what Black Lives Matter is all about. It has nothing to do with defending gangsters and drug dealers. It has everything to do with the value of a black life and ensuring that people of power begin to recognize what it means to want to be alive and free in this country in 2016. So it was an epic fail yesterday for Bill Clinton because not only did he have to walk back everything that Hillary Clinton has done this campaign to demonstrate her remorse for the 94 crime bill, her remorse for the 1996 super predator comment, and now here he is undoing all of that after just last year. Bob, he was in the space where he was trying to apologize and saying he regrets this bill when he talked to the NAACP convention in Philadelphia, this very same place, and now he's saying something completely different.
Well,
and nobody is.
Wait, Van, let him respond, and then I promise I'll let you. Go ahead, Bob. How do you respond?
Nobody's defending that bill or the welfare bill. I was against both of them. I thought it was ridiculous and horrible. But I have a hard time when I see that organized African American groups like Black Lives Matter, and they're very good at what they do. Has anybody said anything about the gang warfare in Chicago that's killing kids left and right?
That's a Fox News talking point. You cannot be serious.
Oh my
God. People
who
literally are organizing about this
into
and
Chicago?
have for years.
Who goes into Chicago?
Oh,
name me one.
Al Sharpton, Reverend Jackson, Prince the rock star went and did multiple concerts. You don't know what you're talking about. We go to those funerals. We have to live in the neighborhoods. We look at those teddy bears and those flowers on the sidewalk every day. We protest it every day. We fight it every day.
And
people like you get on TV. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's just not true.
No, that's not right, Van.
It's a Fox News talking point. It's just actually not accurate.
You spent too much time at Fox.
Go ahead, let Bob.
Terrible.
Go ahead, Bob. How do you defend yourself?
Defend myself? I don't feel like to defend myself. I have said all along that when you deal in the recovery community and see the addicts that come out of organized, like the black mafia people who organized most of the cocaine distribution in this country for a long time, and who got addicted and who died, it was black kids. And I have no place in my mind for them at all, or any of these people who are not willing to stand up. You may say Prince gives a concert and Sharpton goes in for a day, but it's an organized issue.
Dude,
So listen, let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this, Angela and Van. So I think here's what Bob is saying. When you look at Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter, it's a great cause. There, police brutality, incarceration, mass incarceration, and all of that. He's wondering where are the groups with the stature of a Black Lives Matter who are saying, let's stop the gang violence. Is that a fair point?
No.
You want to go
it's
into
not a fair point because,
go ahead.
because it's... Sorry, go ahead, Van.
Either one of you.
Listen, there are groups that there's so many organizations that spend so much time trying to deal with this. You have people like Shaka Senghor, who's now a rising star, who came out of prison remorseful for what he did.
I understand. You're absolutely right. But what Bob is saying, where are the people who are shouting down presidential candidates and who are yelling at presidential candidates and who are going on television, who are making their voices heard at events?
Don,
it's totally different. Do you really expect for Don? And I'm sorry.
I'm just
do you
asking
really
the question.
Expect
That's
that a gangster who is shooting and organizing drive-bys, it has the same level of accountability as a presidential candidate? Please tell me we understand the distinction between law enforcement utilizing excessive force, killing kids, killing women, arresting people without cause, and gang members
What does that have to do with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton?
Everything to do with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton because of them. Mass incarceration. We should have called the 94 crime bill the mass incarceration bill. It was literally the point that started everything else. 3 strikes, you're out. Whether it's on the federal or state level, the federal level, it started. And those are Bill Clinton's words. He has actually said that. He has acknowledged that federal crime legislation paved the way for states. It ensured that there would be more prisons. It ensured that there were more police officers, whether they engage with communities in a good way or not.
And so I think people agree with that. I think he admits that. The secretary,
right.
everybody admits that. It was a bad bill. It was a bad bill.